Here is a machine with no moving parts. It burns no fuel. It makes no sound. Nothing inside it spins or heats up or wears out. And yet, the moment sunlight touches it, it starts producing electricity out of thin air. Even stranger, it is made mostly out of one of the most common materials on the entire planet: sand. That machine is a solar panel, and what happens inside it is genuinely one of the most elegant tricks in all of technology. Start with what it is made of. A solar panel is built from silicon, and silicon comes from quartz, which is basically purified sand. So at its heart, a solar panel is a very clean, very carefully prepared slab of sand. That's it. No fuel tank, no engine. Now here's the setup, and it's the clever part. That silicon is split into two thin layers, and each one is deliberately contaminated with a tiny amount of another element. One layer is treated so it has a few extra loose electrons. The other is treated so it has empty spaces where electrons are missing. And right where those two layers meet, something invisible forms, a built-in electric field. Think of it as a one-way door, a barrier that will only let electrons cross in a single direction. For now, nothing is happening. The door is built, but nothing is moving. It is waiting for light. Then the sun comes up. Sunlight isn't just brightness. It arrives as a storm of tiny packets of energy called photons. And when one of those photons slams into the silicon, it hits an electron hard enough to knock it completely loose. Now that electron is free to move, and normally it would just wander around aimlessly and nothing would come of it. But remember the one-way door. That built-in electric field grabs the freed electron and shoves it in one direction, and one direction only. Now do that not once, but to trillions of electrons all across the panel, every single second. Suddenly, you don't have random motion, you have a flood of electrons all marching the same way. And a flood of electrons, all flowing in one direction, has a name. It's an electric current. That flow right there is your electricity. The panel makes that power as direct current, DC. Your house runs on alternating current, AC. So the electricity passes through a device called an inverter, which flips it into the kind your outlets use. Anything you don't use gets stored in a battery or pushed back out onto the grid. Now let me be honest about the catch. A solar panel is not nearly as efficient as you'd hope. A typical one converts only about 20% of the sunlight hitting it into actual electricity. The rest is mostly lost as heat. And here's the irony most people get backwards. Heat is the enemy. Solar panels actually work better when they are cold. This isn't about warmth. A freezing, sunny winter day can outperform a blazing hot one. It never needed the heat. It only ever needed the light. So step back. There's no fuel, no moving parts, no noise, just a sheet of purified sand with an invisible one-way door built inside it, quietly catching sunlight and turning it into a river of electrons. It might be the most boring-looking miracle ever bolted to a roof.